Hello all, welcome to this easy, detailed and practical course on Selenium. So this course includes the latest version of Selenium, that is Selenium 4. So the topics in this course will be suitable for beginners and slowly they'll go to the medium level and finally at the end they'll go to the advanced level. Okay, so this is a beginners to advanced course which covers a lot of topics in detail for beginners and even the advanced learners. Okay, so it's well organized course, guys. Okay, it well organized course. All the topics in a proper order they are covered. Okay, in a proper order you have to learn Selenium. This is the best order, guys. Fine. And also guys, you don't have to know any prerequisites before learning this course. All the prerequisite topics are covered in the same course. Okay, all the prerequisites that are required for learning Selenium are covered as part of the same course, including Java, guys. Java is also covered. Java for Selenium is covered in detail as part of this course. You don't have to go anywhere else. Just start with the session one and learn in the order, guys. Okay, after first session, go to the second one, then third one, like that. Just go in a proper order, guys, and you will feel that this is the best way of learning Selenium. So, what are the topics that I have covered in this Selenium 4 Java course, that is beginners to advanced course? So, I started with introduction to Selenium 4, guys. Okay, I started the explanation of this course with the topics on introduction to Selenium 4, where a lot of these different topics on introduction of Selenium are covered in this course. That is, what is automation testing, what is Selenium, which type of applications can be automated with the help of Selenium? Is Selenium free or paid? What is the official website of Selenium? What are the different browsers, operating systems, and programming languages which are supported by Selenium? What are the different components of Selenium? What are the different versions of Selenium? Where Selenium 4 is the latest as per this year and time. Okay, when I'm recording this. So then, what are the different prerequisites that are required for learning Selenium? And on the top of this, guys, all these prerequisites that I mentioned here are covered as part of this course. You don't have to go anywhere else. Okay. So Java is also covered, guys. Java is also covered as part of this course. Okay. In detail, whatever the Java that is required for Selenium is covered. And also for creating the frameworks, whatever the Java is there, that is also covered in this session. So after introduction to Selenium 4, we have this locators basics for Selenium. Okay. Instead of explaining all the locators in depth just in the beginning sessions itself. So what I have done is first I explained whatever the basic knowledge that you need to have on locators. Just get started with Selenium. I covered here. So this is the best way of learning, guys. So you don't have to learn the locators in depth in the beginning of the sessions. Okay. So I covered only the basics of locators here. Whatever the basics that are required for learning Selenium, locators basics that are required for learning Selenium, I covered here. That is introduction to locators, purpose of locators, different types of locators, HTML basics for locators. Okay, what are the HTML basics that are required for learning locators is also covered. I have demonstrated practically the different type of locators and how they will help Selenium in locating the elements, the priority of the locators, then selectors hub, okay, which is a famous add-on or tool which is available in the market for generating the locators. All these things I covered. Then I covered one of the prerequisite. This is one of the prerequisite, guys. Locators is one of the prerequisites for Selenium, and another prerequisite is Java, guys. Without locators and Java, we cannot, learn Selenium. Okay, so Java is also covered as part of this series, guys. Okay, so that is Java for Selenium is covered here. All these topics from Java, like getting started with Java topics in Windows machine and Mac machine, and this understanding the Java programs, variables, data types, literals, operators in Java, flow control statements. You see each and everything in a proper order they are covered, guys. Okay. So this is not the complete Java, guys. You see, this course is very organized that I'll not cover everything at a go. Okay. You see, Java for Selenium is getting started only. Here, somewhere else, we have Java for Selenium continue. So after this, I'm just going for WebDriver, Selenium WebDriver, and then coming to Java whenever the other topics of Java are required. Okay. So like this, no one will cover, guys. Okay, whatever the Java topics that are required for learning this WebDriver, basics of WebDriver that are covered here. After this is Selenium WebDriver is covered. Again, Java is started. Java is started for the next level. Okay, like that. Flow control statements, methods, variables, classes, objects, constructors. This overloading, inheritance, overriding concepts of Java, modifiers, and interface are covered in a easiest way, as much easiest way as possible, guys. Okay. So you'll feel that Java is so easy after going through these sessions. So easy, so easily I covered these sessions, guys. Okay. So these topics you will understand in a better way, easiest way as possible, guys. Okay. Then we started with the Selenium WebDriver here. After this Java basics for getting started with Selenium, Selenium WebDriver main component of Selenium basics and getting started. Okay, the initial list in the Windows, how to set up the Selenium and all, how to run the automation scripts on different browsers. That is Selenium for automation scripts on different browsers are covered. In Mac machine, how to work with Selenium is covered, and all the different Selenium WebDriver basic commands, all basic commands are covered here. Okay, then I went to the next level of Java, that is Java for Selenium continue, where I covered the advanced topics of Java for Selenium, that is arrays, strings, wrapper classes, exception handling, packages, handling files, and collections framework. Okay. Once this is done, guys, then I covered the other prerequisite in detail now. Okay. In the beginning, I covered this locators basics for Selenium in a basic way, right? Whatever the required thing for this covering the Selenium, I covered there. But here I covered in depth, guys, where I covered the XPath expressions in depth. You can create your own XPath expressions and CS selectors locators. Okay. Without the help of some tools like a selector sub and all, without depending on them, you can use this knowledge for locators to create your own XPath expression. This is very important, guys. Okay, the way you are learning Java, you have to give the same importance for learning locators in order to learn Selenium. Okay, these two prerequisites are very important for learning Selenium. They are covered in depth in a proper order and format. Okay, then advanced topics of Selenium 4 are covered here, guys. Advanced topics of Selenium 4 are covered here. That is find elements, handling stale element reference exception, tag name. No one will cover this much in depth. Okay, so handling multiple windows. This also covers new commands in Selenium 4, guys, and waiting mechanism with Selenium 4 changes, different you see page load timeout, Ajax calls, loading process, synchronization problems. Lot of things I covered for every advanced topic. Here you see, I covered how to handle JavaScript alerts, prompts, confirmation dialogues, authentication pop-ups, push notifications, bootstrap model dialogues, lightbox, and accept cookies. You see, this much of topics I covered in Selenium, advanced topics as part of handling. Then handling HTML dropdown fields, multi-selection box fields, bootstrap, jQuery, and auto-suggestive dropdown fields. You see, all types of dropdown fields I covered, and multi-selection box fields I covered. Then handling frames and iframes. Okay, all the varieties of frames I covered here. This also covers new commands for frames that got introduced in Selenium 4. Okay, then handling mouse and keyboard events using actions class I covered in depth. Then taking the screenshots, not just taking the screenshots, guys, taking the screenshots in different formats and ways, okay, that are possible in Selenium. You see, taking the screenshot of a visible page, then of a particular element, then section, then full page screenshot, file using file handler, how this file handler will support, how this file handler will support us in taking the screenshots and make our things easier. Okay, robot, how to use this robot class for taking screenshot, how to use this a shot library for taking the screenshots. Like this, additional topics are also covered, guys. Then handling the calendar, different types of date pickers. You see, a good number of date pickers, different varieties of calendars and date pickers I covered, guys. Okay, so generally everyone will explain only one calendar, automate and show you one calendar. But here I covered all the varieties of calendars. Okay, you will get the complete knowledge here. See, not only this session, guys, every session is like that. Every advanced topic of Selenium 4 is like that, where each and every topic in depth is covered. Okay, so that you don't have to refer any other material, guys. This is enough for you. Okay, to have good knowledge on Selenium, this list is enough, guys. Okay, so a lot of R&D has been done where each and every topic is covered here. Okay, there is no miss. Then handling static and dynamic tables, all the varieties of tables, everything is covered in this session. Okay, then Selenium 4, the major change, WebDriver hierarchy has been covered here. Then JavaScript executor. Okay, this also includes the JavaScript, guys. Okay, the JavaScript for Selenium is included here for this JavaScript executor, and DOM statements are also covered, using which you can understand this JavaScript executor topic better. All these three items are covered in the same session. Generally, people will cover all these things separately, but I covered in a combo kind of thing where you will get a full clarity on how to use JavaScript executor. Okay, then robot class, how to use robot class in Selenium, how to use auto IT in Selenium. Okay, for automating the things that Selenium cannot automate. All these things can be done by robot and auto IT that I covered in this session. So this many advanced topics are covered in depth, guys. Okay, then Selenium Grid. Coming to Selenium Grid, guys, is very confusing for everyone because in Selenium 4, Selenium Grid changes like anything, guys. There are a lot of grid modes we have, like standalone mode, hub and nodes mode, distributed mode. How to use the Selenium Grid in all these different varieties of modes and what are the different grid components that got introduced in Selenium Grid 4. Everything is covered in this session, guys. Okay, this much detail, nowhere it is available. So it's covered in very depth here in the sessions. Then Docker for Selenium, guys. The latest topics nowadays, people are running the automation scripts, Selenium automation scripts on Docker containers. Selenium Grid is not just enough, but setting up the Selenium Grid on Docker and then running this automation scripts on Docker containers is very much required nowadays. Okay, this kind of advanced topics are covered here. You'll find them nowhere. Executing Selenium scripts on Docker containers, Selenium Grid modes on Docker. Okay, setting up Selenium Grid modes on Docker. So this is very important topic, guys, and latest topic you can say. Then Kubernetes for Selenium, executing Selenium scripts on Kubernetes, having Selenium Grid setup. Okay, so this is also like Docker. Kubernetes is also now famous, and how to run Selenium Grid and set up Selenium Grid and how to run the Selenium scripts on Kubernetes is also famous nowadays. And this kind of advanced topic is covered in the sessions. Now, finally, the very important thing that everyone wants is this framework, which also includes the live project also, guys. This framework factory also includes the live project. Okay, so what does this framework factory contain? How to use properties files for reading the data from the config files and all. Then POI API for reading the data from the Excel files. TestNG, very detailed, guys. Okay, nowhere you will find this many topics of TestNG covered in a single multiple parts of this TestNG session. Okay, multiple 13 parts, around 13 parts. Each and every part is like minimum to minimum 1 hour is covered here. Okay, so much depth of TestNG knowledge because TestNG plays a major role in framework. So if you have the good knowledge of TestNG, framework is simple for you. Okay, that's the reason TestNG framework is covered here. All the varieties of frameworks are covered, guys. Data driven framework. Okay, what are the frameworks that are used in the industry, like data driven framework, and here hybrid TestNG framework with page object model and page factory. These are the famous frameworks available in the market, guys. Remaining are not worth, not worth. Okay, there are three frameworks which are very famous in the market. That is data driven framework, hybrid TestNG framework with page object model, page factory, and the other one is the Cucumber BDD hybrid framework. Okay, these frameworks are created in the industry level, guys, and industry level frameworks are created in this sessions for you, so that this is ultimatum, you can say ultimate thing that is there in the course. Data driven framework and test hybrid test engine framework, you will find a lot of content on this framework in this course, guys. Okay, so this will, right, will raise your confidence levels like anything. Okay, you will be learning a lot of things in these frameworks. How to create the frameworks from scratch in a step by step manner based on the requirements and situations. How to create the framework is covered. It's not just building a framework on the fly. It's like, okay, I write this automation scripts. Now, what I have to do to make this project more better? How to build the framework? That part is covered, guys. Okay, people generally cover framework. Framework means create this package, that package. It's not like that. Okay, I'll show you from scratch how to write the automation scripts as a beginner, and from there I'll show you how to go to the next level. Okay, why this, how to generate the ideas for the frameworks and how to implement that ideas. Okay, so how to remove the hard coding one by one. I'll be showing you all the solutions to get a final framework. Okay, like finally utility methods, how to create all natural way. In a natural way I've covered in these sessions, guys. Okay, you'll get a feel like you are building the framework. Okay, so by the end of the sessions, guys, you will be definitely at the next level and you will be able to crack any interviews on Selenium. And that too, you will have the latest knowledge of Selenium, guys. Okay, all the latest topics, latest knowledge, everything is covered in a single course in a detailed manner, easiest way, as much easiest as possible, and in a practical way where all the code is shared with you, and also all these session notes are provided. Okay, for each and every session in this course, there is an associated notes available. You can you can actually go through the notes. Okay, so one time you may be watching the videos, but next time notes will make your journey more easy, guys. Okay, so you don't have to watch the video again and again. With the help of the notes I am providing for each and every session here, it will make your job more easy. Okay, in learning and revising. So the main part is the framework factory part, guys. That this is covered at a level that no one can cover, including the automating of the live project scenarios are included in these frameworks. A realistic way, as realistic as possible. Okay, including Jenkins, Git, GitHub, everything is there in this framework, guys. Okay, here I have not mentioned Git, GitHub, Jenkins, but it's already part of that. Okay, in these frameworks, I showed you how to at the end of the frameworks, how to take this to the next level, how to upload this framework to the GitHub, cloud repo, and from there how to use Jenkins to run them. You see, everything is required. Okay, if you are a beginner or if you are an advanced user also, this course is for you guys. Okay, it covers all the topics end to end. No one can cover it this level, guys. Each and every topic here, I simply mentioned POI API, but I covered POI API in very depth. You will get complete knowledge of POI API. Okay, TestNG in depth. It's almost around 18 hours, I guess, guys. TestNG, okay? Complete TestNG, even Cucumber concepts, guys. Before explaining this Cucumber BDD hybrid framework, I covered Cucumber BDD concepts in depth. They are also like, I don't remember exactly, but the TestNG is like 13 to 15 hours, and whereas Cucumber BDD is in around 18 hours, I feel, I guess. Okay, it's very detailed, guys. Each and every concept of Cucumber BDD is covered first before creating this framework. So organize these courses. Here each and every item is like anything. It's like to the next level I covered. Okay, I'm just mentioning that no one can cover in that depth. Any topic you take, you'll go in depth. You'll get the complete knowledge. That's what I'm saying is confidently that if you complete this course, you can crack any interview, guys. Okay, you can crack any interview because these topics are not created at a high level. They are created in depth. Each and every topic is created in depth in a best organized way. So the more the topics you complete, more the confidence you will get. By the end of this course, you will be an expert in Selenium, guys. I can say that. Okay. So this is all about this latest Selenium for Java beginners to advanced course, which includes the frameworks, latest things, latest happenings of Selenium, latest real-time things in Selenium, and all the major frameworks that we use in the market, and all the different framework concepts covered in depth and in detail. Okay, very optimized, detailed, practical, latest course, which will take you to the next level in Selenium for sure, guys. Okay, and you can crack any interview. Mind my words. Okay, so much of knowledge you will get from this course. So guys, hope to see you in this course. Thank you. Bye.